We had a tremendous meeting today with South Korea.
President Trump said that at a dinner with that country's president and other leaders the day before a big meeting with China's leader. The president added he pretty much finalized a trade deal with South Korea. Fox's Lucas Tomlinson is there.
President Trump arrived in South Korea with all the pomp the country can muster, beginning with a fighter escort from both Korean and U.S. Air Force F-16s. Trump was presented a crown, South Korea's highest award, Trump becoming the first American to receive it. As you mentioned, tomorrow, President Trump meets China's leader Xi Jinping to discuss trade, fentanyl, and security. One meeting off the table, Trump heading to the DMZ to meet North Korea's dictator.
Well, the president says the timing didn't work for that, but he has a good relationship with Kim Jong-un, calling the North Korean nuclear program a cloud over South Korea he wants to solve. On his way to South Korea, President Trump reacted to new fighting in Gaza as Israeli strikes retaliated for a Hamas attack violating a ceasefire Israel says is still in place despite that.
If we have to, we'll take out Hamas very easily, and that'll be the end of Hamas. We would rather not. We made a deal with them.
Palestinians say the Israeli strikes killed 81 people in Gaza, including children. For a 29th day, the government is shut down by a stalemate over funding in Congress, and soon it'll be more than unpaid federal workers directly affected. Fox's Ryan Schmelz reports Americans who need food stamps may not get them.
The federal food assistance program that helps 1 in 8 Americans buy groceries could run dry by the end of the week. Several lawmakers on both sides of the aisle pushing legislation to keep the program from running out of money during the government shutdown. Republican Senator John Kennedy says he'd support funding SNAP, but also says to proceed with caution.
If you start taking the pressure off senators, then that means the shutdown won't last that much longer.
Hurricane Melissa is hitting Cuba the morning after doing damage and causing flooding in Jamaica. America's listening to Fox News.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This month, Pure Talk is supporting Canines for Warriors, a terrific organization that trains rescue dogs and then pairs them up with combat vets struggling with PTSD. This is why I switched to Pure Talk. Sure, I like the unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $25 a month, and you will too. But you will love being in business with a company that shares your values. Dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Well, President Trump keeps talking trade in South Korea. His attempt to send National Guard troops to Portland, Oregon returns to court today.
Judge Karen Immergut had issued 2 restraining orders, one that blocked federalizing the National Guard, another that blocked the deployment of the Guard. A 3-judge panel of the Ninth Circuit ruled 2-1 the Guard could be federalized, but the second issue, actual deployment of the Guard, was not resolved. Judge Immergut has scheduled a trial for today to consider the merits of that case, as the Trump administration is attempting to deploy not just the Guard in Oregon, but also the California National Guard to Portland. The Justice Department has argued that the president has the authority to send in the Guard even over a governor's objection to enforce federal law and protect federal property. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
The Federal Reserve will be assessing inflation and the job market and the economy in the second day of a meeting expected to end this afternoon with the second interest rate cut this year, maybe another 0.25%. Before that, stock futures rising after yesterday's record highs on Wall Street for the Dow and the NASDAQ. Another lottery fortune is growing. Mega Millions jackpot.
No numbers match the 6 numbers drawn and the Mega Ball. That means Friday's jackpot is worth a whopping $754 million, which is the 9th in the game's history. The odds of winning are more than 1 in 290,000. If the winner opts for the lump sum, they'd pocket $352 million before federal taxes.
That's Fox's Chris DeMeo. At baseball's World Series, Toronto gets even.
Bondazé pitch. Jimenez comes through with a base hit to left center field. Varsho's in to score, and it's 3-1. Andres Jimenez battling with 2 strikes.
That ended up the winning run, but the Blue Jays added 3 more and then held on to beat the defending champion Dodgers 6-2 on Fox, tying the World Series the day after an 18-inning marathon Game 3. They'll play again tonight in Los Angeles, and the series shifts to Toronto for Game 6, maybe even a Game 7. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy charged with murdering Sonia Massey, defending his actions. Sean Grayson on trial. Yesterday, he testified he fired his gun in self-defense and that his actions, quote, matched the threat level because he believed Massey was about to throw a pot of boiling water at him. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries pushing for redrawing the Illinois congressional maps. He's urging lawmakers to redraw its congressional map in order to add additional Democratic seat. Jeffries believes that will counter President Trump's backing redistricting in GOP-led states. Special use permit for a proposed solar farm in Mahomet narrowly passing through the Champaign County Board. 36-acre solar farm would run from the Spring Lake subdivision and along Spring Lake Drive. Summit Ridge says it would generate enough power for about 1,500 homes. Champaign's police chief being recognized for outstanding work. Chief Tim Tyler was presented at the Freedom Fund Banquet. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hey, good morning. It is Wednesday. This is October 29, 2025, the year of our Lord. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
Boy, I tell you, Greg, Jamaica got the storm of the century ever for them. 185-mile-an-hour winds in across Kingston and I don't know if Ochos Rios. Yep. Tell me about what the heck happened down there and where it is now.
Well, it is still sitting over the, if you want to call it the northeastern flank of whatever is left of Jamaica from that, 185-mile-per-hour wind clip and record low barometer and pressure readings as well, certainly putting it somewhere in the top 5 to top 3 category of strongest storms ever to come out of the Atlantic Basin. And what makes it even more problematic, so these things sometimes move at a pretty decent clip, relatively speaking. This thing has just snaked its way at a 5 to 10 mile per hour clip, and so the usual lashing, if you will, was probably doubled and tripled in duration because of that slow movement. And again, may not take until later on today to move that system into the open waters of the Atlantic, and there may be a little further strengthening as well. No sign of any direct landfall to the southeastern or mid-Atlantic region. We'll get maybe some moisture and trained into the eastern part of the country, but I tell you, I've been doing this long enough, have memories of Harvey down in Texas a few years ago, and of course Katrina and Andrew. This is certainly something in that particular type of category.
This is unbelievable. I think it's going out to the northeast, so it's probably not going to hit the East Coast then, right?
No. But its outermost circulation is probably going to have some pretty cool wave action into the Gold Coast area of Florida, for example, the eastern states. We're actually going to bring some of that moisture into this feature coming through the Midwest right now. We'll get a big up air low to form up. Kind of happens this time of the year. The jet stream just wants to fill in wherever there's a hole, if you will, or low pressure up aloft, and that sometimes is in the western Atlantic. And so that's the reasoning around here for our current weather situation. But Melissa, not going away anytime soon, at least on its track over the southwestern Atlantic.
I'm telling you what, though, man, these things, they come, and the fact that it's stalled, we have no idea deaths and anything else. Nobody knows because they just haven't been able to see anything. I saw a tree that had to be 100 years old to complete roots, which had to span at least 25 feet. All up. It was the 185-mile-an-hour winds?
Yeah.
What?
And the topography, the geography is such, you go from, shoreline areas and sea level, and you get a storm surge, but the elevation climbs very quickly. And so you have two problems. You get the rainfall rates that come on down. You get mudslide and debris slide potential. And that just further complicates matters with cleanup and recovery and all that. But that is just a storm that it's slow movement is the big deal as well. And it's a small scale storm. It's not this huge, really identifiable feature. It had a well-defined eye. The hurricane hunters tried to go in a couple of days ago, couldn't. They went into it, and just it is a thing of beauty in relation to the whole big global weather picture and cloud mass. But I tell you, I haven't seen something like that in its small scale, but do such damage and have such pressure and such wind-related issues in a long, long time.
Well, Diane's headed to the Caribbean a week from Friday, so have you seen anything coming?
No, this is it. Things are quieting down out there. So, hopefully away from Jamaica and those Hispaniola and Haiti, those were some of the worst areas. And I'm sure that Puerto Rico and some of the other island chains will have some influence, but obviously not anything that they've ever experienced down there and are experiencing through Jamaica.
Man, oh man. All right, great update. That's meteorologist Greg Solier now for Champaign-Urbana in Central Illinois on this Wednesday, October 29. Our weather this morning brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October, and if you'd like a mammogram at the Mills Breast Cancer Institute, you can find details at carl.org.
All right, sir, what are you thinking here for the next few days?
Well, kind of a wide range of weather this morning, from crystal clear skies as you get up north and out of Champaign County to south of, basically our part of the world, and over towards Tuscola, Arcola, Crispin, and Vermilion County and points on southward. That's the east-west line. North of there, nothing going on. Some cloudiness, and then you move into clear skies through Florida and Iroquois counties and Kankakee counties to rain in areas to the south, and the more significant rain again for the day today in the far southern areas of the Corn Belt along and south of I-70 towards I-64. So some drought relief there, but don't worry about it. Whatever rain we get, and there won't be much of anything other than a few sprinkles here in Champaign County. Get a good 10, 12-day window of fieldwork opportunities as we welcome in the new month of November. It's a stiff northeast wind out there, however. Temperatures generally either side of about the 45 to 47 degree mark. We'll head towards 57 today. Skies across the area will brighten on up. Some rain from here in Champaign County on southward this morning. Nothing to the north, and other than a sprinkle, a partly sunny, windy afternoon with readings to about 57. Down to 39 tonight. Some wind chills to calculate tomorrow morning with a stiff north wind. Sunshine in 57. We'll bottom out in the mid-30s tomorrow night. Halloween Friday, no change. Partly sunny skies. We'll start off trick-or-treaters at about 57, 58 degrees mid-afternoon. Hold on to the goodie bag with a west-northwest wind 12 to 24 and gusty. Football Saturday, about 47 at kickoff. 54 later in the ball game. Partly sunny skies. Nice day's worth of weather. Bit of a west-northwesterly breeze at Memorial Stadium. Then up to 56 on the time change Sunday. Highs either side of 60. Yeah, mild weather into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the beginning part of November. For CVD Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All righty. Hey, good to have you listening. Again, I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Hope the day's going well.
Yeah, as we get it going, an accident on 74 just to the west of I-57, headed toward Muhammad. Looks like they have to reroute. That's I-74 driving toward Muhammad past the I-57 interchange, so be aware that
multiple car crash. No one hurt in the accident.
Okay, so just planning if you're not headed that direction.
That's
if you're
right.
Stuck in the line, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here we are on this Wednesday morning, middle of the week, falling back on the clocks on Saturday night into Sunday.
That's
Weather
right.
looking fairly mild into November. We got high school playoffs that are also this weekend as they get the first round going, and weather looks good for that. So again, you get into November, and then you're, thinking, okay, here we go, because it's going to get dark at 5:30, then it'll be 4:30 and all that. So we go through the whole earth tilts.
Mm-hmm.
So you think we came from a mud puddle, do you? No.
It's amazing.
By design, every little thing. Just think if the earth was 1 degree either way. We'd freeze or we'd burn up.
That's right.
It's unbelievable. So God is existing.
Yes.
He is there. Okay, so we have Illinois football. Again, 47 at kickoff. Whatever 47 means.
11 a.m. Saturday, November 1st.
So it means it's 44 when you're walking around tailgate. So
right.
That's totally jacket weather now. So change out of the shorts. Or for those that wear shorts year-round, and there are people.
It's true.
They're in shorts, and they'll wear like a top sweatshirt. It doesn't make any sense to me. Your legs are exposed.
I know.
Okay, I got a good clip from Io DeSumo talking about the Bulls.
Yeah.
They were 3-0 last I heard.
That's right.
They play since, I don't know.
And they play tonight against Sacramento at 7 o'clock.
So we got a clip from Io DeSumo. Chris Coons, senator of whatever he's senator. Is he Connecticut? Who's Chris Coons? Somebody on the East Coast. He finally came out and said the quiet thing out loud and say, yeah, this is our only chance at leverage. This is why it's painful, but we got to keep it closed because it's our only chance at leverage. Okay, so keeping everything shut for 29 days and going, Democrats have said all kinds of things. It's all Trump. It's the Democrats. He just said it. I'll play that clip for you. He said, yeah, this is our only chance at leverage. We control nothing. This is our only chance at leverage, and it's painful. They continue to get paid. Why does Congress get paid when we're shut?
No, makes no sense.
Air traffic control just went their first paycheck with nothing. First paycheck time, period. It's no money.
And our military, the SNAP benefits is a very big concern.
Well, it is, and it's you can get into a whole discussion about why we have SNAP for life and generationally.
Right.
That's just the wrong way to do it.
But that doesn't solve things in a matter of days.
No, bad idea. There's going to be theft and people trying to steal food and everything else. And you got a core of people, quite a few of them, saying, I did it without this. Why can't you? It's that kind of a thing. There's a lot of pushback on why we're continuing to pay. And it's, again, There are times people need help. It should not be 4 generations. You've got to be able to figure it out and get turned around somehow. Break the chain. But welfare should not be for 50, 80 years. You can't teach your kids you don't have to work if you have babies. That's not right. Jump to morning sports. We'll be happy to always take your comments at 217-359-2255 on the Fisher National Bank text line. Diane's got headlines.
Game 4 World Series. Toronto Blue Jays on top 6-2 over the LA Dodgers to tie the series up at 2 apiece. Did you see any of the games,
Yeah,
Stevie
it's
J?
always exciting, but it's Vladimir Guerrero, the real deal.
He's the one that got the 2-run homer off of Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani's human. They got him out a couple of times. They didn't walk him every single time. They actually pitched to him when the situation was right, and they struck him out twice. So the guy bleeds.
Right.
So
after that 18-inning game.
You better beat them tonight. If the Dodgers lose tonight, I think Toronto's going to win it, but if the Dodgers win tonight, it is anybody's World Series. They'll go back to Toronto for 2.
That's right.
So
7 o'clock on Fox, in case you'd like to watch it.
So it'll be tonight, and then Friday and Saturday, and that's it.
That's right.
Baseball will finally be over in November. Yeah.
We have Illinois volleyball in action tonight. It's Wednesday, right?
Yeah. Oh, you're asking me?
I know.
Hold on.
It's all
just confirmed it is Wednesday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Against number 20, Minnesota. And on Thursday night football, we'll have Baltimore at Miami with a 7:15 start. If you're looking ahead at the weekend, and the Bears over on Q96 are in Cincinnati for a noon game. Carolina and Green Bay at noon on Fox. And the Colts play at noon in Pittsburgh. So there's some of our favorite teams playing all at once this time. Milwaukee over New York in NBA action, 121-111. I mentioned Sacramento is in Chicago to face the Bulls. We also have Indiana Pacers in Dallas for a 7:30 start. Kylan Boswell named for the Jerry West Nominee Award here coming into the season. He started 34 games last year. Blackhawks over Ottawa 7-3 on ice. Detroit beat St. Louis's Blues 5-2. That's sports. I'm Diane Ducey.
Don't forget, you have a chance just a few more days to nominate a veteran. Somebody you think could really use a new furnace and air conditioner for free.
Yes.
For free. If you go to StevieJay.com, we've got a link to ABC. That's easy. Or you can go to abcheatingac.com. And you nominate somebody. And folks, they're not a ton of nominations. There's a real chance here if you want somebody to get a $10,000 to $15,000. This is an amazing award, so you have a chance, a real good chance, to touch somebody forever.
Yeah, get that comfort system from Amana. abcheatingac.com or StevieJay.com.
7:18 weather brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, free events all the time. The S'mores Social sounds interesting. Teen Hangout, open gyms for volleyball and basketball. Learn more at urbanaparks.org.
Do your Fox Business Minute. Brother Johnny coming up bottom of the hour. Stand by. 7:18, time for Greg's weather, ESPN 93.5.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Intensifying weather system on its move out of the Ozarks up the Ohio will generate a pretty healthy wind pattern with most of the organized rain zone remaining from Champaign and Vermilion counties on southward for this morning. Maybe a sprinkle this afternoon. The skies turn partly sunny. That northeast to north wind at 20 to 30 and gusty will top out around 57 this afternoon. Bottom out chillier tonight at 39 with a partly cloudy sky and still a stiff northeast to north wind. And so a chilly start to the day tomorrow, but sunshine at 57 with much gentler north and northwesterly winds throughout the day. We'll bottom out in the mid-30s tomorrow night. Halloween Friday, partly sunny, a bit breezy. That northwest and west wind 12 to 24 miles per hour and gusty. We'll kick off trick-or-treat time mid-afternoon Friday at about 57, 58 degrees. 54 and a dry Saturday. Partly cloudy skies expected. Kick off into the mid to upper 40s late morning on Saturday. Sunday up to 56. We're up near 60 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm Beatrice Greg Solgay.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes, or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Verizon is keeping its expectations for the year after reporting higher profit and revenue in the recent quarter. Earnings came in better than forecast. Verizon shares are up more than 2.5%. Construction equipment giant Caterpillar saw its profits slump. The company says even though sales rose, it's being impacted by weak construction activity in the U.S. and higher costs as a result of tariffs. Wall Street was expecting an even bigger decline, and Caterpillar shares are up more than 4%. Health insurer and drugstore chain CVS Health is reporting a better than expected summer quarter. However, CVS lost money in the period and the stock is lower. Federal Reserve decision on interest rates is today. Microsoft, Meta, and Alphabet report earnings. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jimmy Coselda. Invested in you.
I'm Dana Perino. This week on Perino on Politics, I'm joined by the co-host of the Ruthless podcast, John Ashbrook.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com
or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
This week on the Fox True Crime Podcast, I'm joined by cold case detective Ken Maines as we discuss his unlikely partnership with a death row inmate and their vital work uncovering the crimes of the Alphabet Killer.
Listen and follow now at foxtruecrime.com.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Dryer shot, honey. I can't fix it this time.
We don't have money in the budget for a new appliance. I just paid off the credit card bill. What the hey?
I'm calling Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Gonna beat them up on price. Watch this.
Appliance World Sales. This is Paul.
Need a dryer? Not gonna overpay, bud, or I'll go right down the street.
Have a GE electric dryer right here for $50 a month.
Oh, sure. And with interest, I'll pay for it twice, I bet.
Not at all. No interest until 2027.
And to qualify, I'll bet I have to buy a washer and a refrigerator and a range.
Nope. No interest until January 2027 on just the dryer or any purchase over $600 on invoice.
Seriously? Let me guess. No free extended protection like you guys talk about.
Free 10-year extended protection plan is still yours.
Well, wow. I'll be right there. Just one other thing. Can you tell my wife I
beat me up for the deal? Think she's pulling in the parking lot now.
Put us down for the washer too, Paul. Wow.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Kelsey Furniture in downtown Tuscola sells Tempur-Pedic beds. What's it like?
I'm going to tell you right now, Stevie, that thing is the best thing I've ever slept on in my life. My wife and I both have said we've never had better night's sleep. And the people at Kelsey's were fantastic. Brian is the guy that helped us. You know, as much as I did my research, he has a world of knowledge about beds themselves. Oh, man, it's like sleeping on a cloud, man.
Kelsey Furniture, downtown Tuscola. Yeah, I know that you're not supposed to be judgy on people, but when they're ahead of you and they have EBT and food stamps and you feel like, okay, why are we buying that, you know? You're critical, and it's human nature.
I know.
And it probably isn't appropriate, but it kind of, the government's going to give them money, they can spend it how they want.
Right.
You want to do eyelashes?
Right.
I guess you can do that with EBT.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe they're using the money they do have on the eyelashes and the fingernails. I've seen a lot of social media on that. You have money to go do that, but you can't feed your children, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And but again, I guess my point of contention with all the help is that why does it last a lifetime? Why does it last generationally? Maybe it's better to get people off their feet in a way that teaches them that they can do this and they can come back from this. But it should never be a forever thing unless there's a disability. You can't do much, and I think you help the people that really need the help all the time. I think Developmental Services Center needs help.
Yes.
The families need help.
We're approaching the Tree of Hope campaign.
The guy on the couch that's playing video games that doesn't want to work doesn't need my help. He has to have more initiative to live a productive life and to do things that are good for other people. But that's my example. The last thing I would cut in the state of Illinois budget is DSC. Because, I mean, that's they're in a place that it's not going to get any better. So the families need help, and that's a good thing.
Online search about what does SNAP benefits, buy. Staples like bread and cereal, fruits, vegetables, meat, dairy.
Ho-hos.
SNAP cannot be used
ding-dongs,
for
chips.
food items like pet food or household supplies or alcoholic beverages or tobacco or medicine.
Soda and all the other stuff.
Vitamins and supplements.
But you can buy soda and chips and all that. I've seen all that.
That's food items, I suppose.
Okay, but again, don't we stand there and go, gosh, that's not healthy.
Right.
We get into the kitchen like that, and I get it, and it might not be, but it's their life, and that's what the government gave them. I guess they spend it how they want. The other side, now I do get judgy when people park in handicapped places.
Yes.
Totally judgy.
I've seen people bound out of those handicap spaces with their placard hanging. But they might be going to get, grandma's in using her vehicle and trying to be quick about it.
Grandma got the placard,
right,
and she's not with you now, but you're in a hurry.
Right.
That could happen. I don't know. It's just not a good thing to go to a spot and get out of your car and not. And there's some people that are with a walker that really need the spot. So I get a little judgy on that one. Anyway, 7:27, I've got that IO clip I wanted to play for you before we get into Brother Johnny.
Okay.
IO Desumu on what's going on with this team and the fact that they feel like it's really together.
Yeah, I won't lie to you. It felt special just, going to dinners. I think this group by far is probably the closest group in terms of that, like being together, joking around. Like, how sometimes, I don't know if you know, but if you're around some teams where it might have been forced in terms of the way we clicked as fast. But I think this group, like we can go on a bus ride and we laughing, we talking about the NBA. It's more of a brotherhood because we're able to relate to each other more, I would say. And so I can't really determine how quick it would happen in terms of the success rate. But I definitely know since we started this thing, since we went and been together this off season, I knew that it was something special.
Other people have cited that same dynamic that you just spoke of.
Yeah.
How does that help you guys on the court?
It means a lot.
In what ways? Sorry to interrupt. What ways does it help you on the court?
Yeah, not being cliche, but it just makes us, it's like we're a brotherhood. You ever went to the park and play with your brothers? And if your brother open, you go throw it to him, right? Because it's your brother. Yeah. And I think that's the type of relationships that we have. Someone's open, we go throw it to him. When we playing defense, we were down 112 to 106. We came to the timeout. No one was worried. We knew that what we had to do. We playing hard. And we having fun doing so. I think that's the most important thing, having fun. Because at the end of the day, we get paid a lot of money to do these things, and sometimes you can see the joy be taken away from some players. And I think the whole group, we out here having fun, and that's the best thing about it.
That was definitely the turning point for Illinois basketball when he picked us. Io DeSumo picked Brad Underwood, and that kind of winningest Big Ten team in the last 6 years is Illinois.
And we were talking about those last-second shots he could make. Man.
No, he was double digits on
nerves of steel.
Important shots in the last minute of the game. Io was at least 12 to 14 times. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable clutch.
Get it to Io.
Now he's a Chicago Bull, and he's really starting to blossom.
21 points last game.
Yeah, and he
led the team.
He said, the key is to have fun. We get paid a lot of money to do these things, and that's great. It's awesome. And what does it feel like? I guess when your brain, remember how Brad really got on him and he said he loved it because it corrected and made him better?
Yeah.
He had that thing that said, I want to get better. And that's what it took to work as hard as he did in the off season. Kind of workouts he went through. He wanted to play in the league. very, very few humans play in the NBA. Well, and they might get there. But do they belong? I would assume it belongs.
Mm-hmm.
And he picked Illinois, and that was a real turning point in our program history. The fact that we've won the most Big Ten basketball games over the last 6 years. I guess he's tied. Brad's tied with Matt Painter at Purdue, but 83. That's amazing. It never happened before. Anyway, cool. Iota Sumo, go Bulls. Go Bulls. As Bill Murray would say, go Bulls.
Yeah, getting some reaction at 217-359-2255.
All right, we'll be right back. It's 7:30. Brother Johnny next.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa, the third and final stop on his trip to Asia for President Trump. Fox's Lucas Thompson traveling with the president.
A new trade deal with South Korea. This has been in the works since South Korean President Lee visited the White House over the summer. And President Trump arrived in South Korea with all the pomp the country can muster. Trump was presented a crown, South Korea's highest award, Trump becoming the first American to receive it.
President meets tomorrow with his Chinese counterpart.
We're meeting right here, and we're all looking forward to that. I think it's going to work out very, very well for everybody.
The leaders will discuss tariffs and trade as well as stopping the flow of fentanyl into the U.S. The worst of Hurricane Melissa is over for Jamaica, but the storm devastated the island. Now it's battering Cuba. A Category 2 hurricane winds 105 miles per hour up next to the Bahamas. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy charged with murdering Sonia Massey last year defending his action. Sean Grayson took the stand. He testified he fired his gun in self-defense and his actions matched the threat level. He thought Massey was throwing hot water on him. Urbana Police collecting supplies and donations to support a local domestic violence support group. Courage Connection provides shelter and resources to victims of domestic violence, and the Urbana Police Department opening a new way of donating to the group with a box at their headquarters. People can either donate through a wish list or by shopping local and dropping off the supplies. Illinois General Assembly will have 3 days of session this week to figure out the best way to add energy to the grid and lower utility bills. Advocates urging lawmakers to pass the Clean and Reliable Grid Affordability Act, but manufacturers argue it'll raise rates even higher. And that's a check of what's happening on your Wednesday. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim. We jump to our weather brought to you this morning by Kramer Siding and Window.
Okay. Make sure your rainwater stays in your gutters and out of your basement. Get Gutter Helmet and you'll never clean your gutters again. Get a free estimate at kramersiding.com.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana Saturday. Intensifying weather system on its move out of the Ozarks up the Ohio will generate a pretty healthy wind pattern with most of the organized rain zone remaining from Champaign and Vermilion counties on southward for this morning. Maybe a sprinkle this afternoon as skies turn partly sunny. That northeast to north wind at 20 to 30 and gusty will top out around 57 this afternoon. Bottom out chillier tonight at 39 with a partly cloudy sky and still a stiff northeast to north wind. And so a chilly start to the day tomorrow, but sunshine at 57 with much gentler north and northwesterly winds throughout the day. We'll bottom out in the mid-30s tomorrow night. Halloween Friday, partly sunny, a bit breezy. That northwest and west wind 12 to 24 miles per hour and gusty. We'll kick off trick-or-treat time mid-afternoon Friday at about 57, 58 degrees. 54 and a dry Saturday. Partly cloudy skies expected. Kick off into the mid to upper 40s late morning on Saturday. Sunday up to 56. We're up near 60 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. A new front door can instantly upgrade the look of your home and make it more energy efficient. The Kramer Siding and Window team can also install French doors to your deck or patio, welcoming the outside in, or storm doors for an extra layer of protection against the elements. The estimate is free, financing is available, and the business is local. Schedule your beautiful new door today and save 25%. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
All right, there was an accident I-74 west of I-57. 74 headed toward Muhammad. And Diane has an update.
Well, it's a multiple car crash, so it'll take a little while. They said a couple hours probably to clear this up, but no injuries. Happened around 6 from what I understand. So I-74 westbound, also west of I-57. They're rerouting to I-57 if you're on 74. So that'll take a few more minutes to go out of your way. Just take note and avoid the area if you can.
Always text us if you've got information on it, 217-359-2255.
Well, we are getting the text from some of the comments that you were making.
Okay, Johnny has joined us. Brother Johnny has ducked out of Bible study as he does on Wednesdays. Are we still in Joshua? What book? Oh, Johnny, you still in Joshua? Is that what you guys are doing? Why doesn't he hear me? Johnny, you hear me? Well, that's here. I heard him. Well, let me try that again.
Okay. And in the meantime, I can read some of these texts while you're dialing.
Well,
them
I
again.
want to hear them focus. I want
Okay, gotcha.
to focus on that, what you're saying.
And 217-359-2255. If you have some input on some of the show, you just reach out on our Fisher National Bank text line.
Love to hear. Love to hear.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
I don't know what happened. Anyway, Brother Johnny's jumped on. Johnny, we've been talking about a few things. We've got a few texts. We have you chime in on some of the things. I said we tend to get judgmental on other people, particularly if they're ahead of us in the line. They're using food stamps, EBT, the stuff that's shutting down on Saturday because the Democrats are using this as leverage. As
Government shutdown since August 1st.
Yeah, so the Chris Coons, what? I've blipped on him. I think it's Connecticut. Chris Coons, a senator. And finally he said...
Yeah, I think so.
He said what the senator said last week. She said that this is our only chance at leverage. Well, you can't find this clip. If it wasn't for X, I couldn't find this. It's being... Anyway, here's what Chris Coons says.
Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the White House. Frankly, this is our only moment of leverage, and although a very unpleasant tool to use...
What'd he say?
Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the White House. Frankly, this is our only moment of leverage, and although a very unpleasant tool to use...
And he's laughing, and he's getting paid. Johnny, your reaction to that?
Well, it's just pitiful. They lost the presidency and the Senate and the House, and they're mad and upset. I think we're down when we lose something we want to win, but they're just going ballistic. They're just throwing a fit. And you know what, it reminds me of the story years ago about the teacher who had a first or second grader just went berserk. So she took her class into the hall and let him tear up the classroom for an hour and said, well, he's just having a bad day and we need to let him vent. And he just wrecked the classroom while the kids were out in the hall. And so all 350 million of us are out in the hall watching these people throw a fit. And because they lost. I get it, but they're supposed to be a little more sophisticated.
Yeah, no, and then when I said I get judgmental that somebody's buying ships on the government money, it is kind of our money, so I guess once it's me paying for it, you can, I guess, do that. I also mentioned I get judgmental when I think somebody's abusing a handicapped parking space as well. So we have a few texts in. What are they saying?
Well, and just now, responding to what you're saying, Ryan is saying Republicans control Congress and Democrats still don't. Understand why.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's another one. Which part of the Bible study did they discuss removing help for those in need, since you're fine with SNAP being used as a prop for Republicans?
No, I agree with SNAP, but I don't agree as a legacy of 4 generations. And I played the clip 2 days ago of the woman saying, I'm going to teach my kids this. I'm going to teach them that they don't have to work. That's what the government money's for. And we've had 4 generations. That's wrong, Johnny. That's just wrong.
Well, I think you probably half the people on SNAP could probably get by and may have to go to Aldi's or maybe not go to a few football games. But half of the people, that could be 15 or 20, are going to have a hard time. And it's a shame that the Democrats think it's worth more to make their point that they lost and they're mad than to help people who are used to getting help. We've heard now, I think the cat's out of the bag, the efficiency of government isn't very good. Surprise. And there's a lot of waste and a lot of people on Medicaid, which is a very important program, but a lot of people are abusing that. And so, by the way, a lot of the SNAP goes to undocumented people who we're trying to get that straight, where we really, first, let's support our own people, then we can go out and see how many in the rest of the world we can help. But the Democrats are beyond the pay. I haven't got words for it. You know what's really kind of tragic? It's not even funny that Trump can talk Hamas into giving up the hostages, but can't talk Schumer into opening the government.
Yeah, that's fine. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's bad.
And by the way, I don't think Trump's the king here in America because people couldn't do what they're doing if he was.
Yeah, right.
He may be king of the world, though.
Well,
I'm telling you what.
He had, okay, so that those benefits in on Saturday, and there's all kinds of people coming on and panicking a little bit, saying, how am I going to feed my 7 kids? All these other, then other people are saying, why are you getting your nails done? Why don't you think about, so there's pushback on people that don't think that you should be getting SNAP. I think there's times when you need some help, and I think that's fine, and we need that for that. But it should not be a generational expectation.
And that's kind of what Rick is saying. I agree that someone lives year after year on food stamps and government assistance needs to be investigated. That shouldn't be. Another thing that does bother me is someone that uses food stamps and then rips off a crisp 50 to buy a carton of cigarettes. So another text says, will groceries be on sale next week with 42 million people not buying anymore?
Well, one of the problems with a bigger and bigger government is there's more and more people that can abuse it because they claim they need what the program offers. And this isn't just SNAP, Steve. We're talking Medicaid, Medicare, workman's comp, disability. Oh, you could just go on and on. Social Security.
Yeah.
I mean, I told you about Kennedy fighting the Democrats to try to stop sending checks to people who have passed away. So that's big government, and you'll never fix it. You just have to make it smaller so there's less of it. That's more of the conservative kind of view in a nutshell. We can handle it. We don't need that much help, but we want a safety net. So there is a compromise position, and it's gotten way out of hand, and to where people, it's not a matter of help, it's a matter of entitlement. I don't need the help. I just need what you owe me, and that's a different story.
Yeah. Brother Johnny down in New Orleans, 742 on ESPN 93.5.
Should we touch on the placard real quick?
The placard, again, that's again one of those deals where you see, it's unbelievable. I'm walking to my car. It's really none of my business, but I look over and see a guy bound out of the truck that he's in, and he's in a handicapped stuff.
But Andy is saying it's not necessarily about visible or physical disabilities or even the driver of the vehicle. For example, it might be for a passenger in the car who's blind or visually impaired or someone who has intellectual or developmental disabilities. In those cases, it's about being safer for those individuals to walk or be escorted by the driver or someone else in a shorter distance in and out of the building in a potentially busy parking lot.
Empty vehicle. What if you're alone? And it is for the physically. This is physical. In this case, it's somebody who can't really walk. If you've got mental issues, probably shouldn't be driving, right?
Right.
So the placard is for people that can't move very well. And that's my contention. And again, it's head shaker. All right. So the president.
No, you see that.
It's a head shaker that people would do that. And say, well, my grandma got the placard. She's not with me, but I got to run and get something for her. Well, you don't need to park there. You don't need to park there. The president in Japan yesterday.
And unlike past administrations, we will not be politically correct. You don't mind that, do you? When it comes to defending the United States, we're no longer politically correct. We're going to defend our country any way we have to, and that's usually not the politically correct way. From now on, if we're in a war, we're going to win the war. We're going to win it like nobody ever before. You know, we'd go in, we'd blast the hell out of countries. Shouldn't have gone in. By the way, if you don't go in, that's even better. We don't have to go in, peace through strength. But, you know, we'd go in, we'd win, and then we'd leave. They used to say, to the victor belong the spoils. Well, we'd be the victor, then we'd leave, because we had people that didn't know what the hell they were doing. But we're also very honored to be joined by hundreds of our incredible Japanese partners, and they are incredible. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good reception for the president on board the USS George Washington. But Johnny, on this trip, have you heard any of this? Just in, Toyota to invest $10 billion in U.S. auto plants, $30 billion partnership with Mitsubishi, U.S., Japan, South Korea sign tech deal, framework agreement with Japan on critical minerals, And overall, the Trump presidency in whatever it's been, 10, 11 months, 20 trillion is the number as far as investments in our country, the money he's generated from tariffs, 20 trillion. Has anybody on the other side been jumping up and down for Donald Trump as far as the accomplishments he's had in this short period of time?
But Steve, do you realize he's building a ballroom?
Yeah, that's right.
That's the important thing. We need to wreck that thing. Yes, we need the room. You know we can't entertain. Tear it down. Now, that's what we're dealing with here. The $20 trillion in new ventures, you know, the kind of activity and jobs, that could help us out with our AI problem that's coming. But meanwhile, we've got, these are plants. These are hard assets. We're going to have a huge amount of opportunity for people to contribute to build the country more than we've already built it. And I think it could be a new era. That's a lot of money, by the way, even for us.
That's T as in Tom now. It's T as in Tom. It's trillion.
Yeah. Trillions.
And Eric Swalwell says it should be a litmus test for the 2028 Democratic presidential candidates. Eric Swalwell says the candidate in 2028 for president for the Democrat must pledge to tear down the wall in the ballroom. Tear down the whole ballroom.
Take a wrecking ball.
Yeah, take a wrecking ball and knock down 200. That's his litmus test. You have to want to tear it down.
That's just wild hysteria, and it's not helping anybody in any state anywhere. It's just ranting, and that's all they seem to be able to do. But I really think it's hurting them, and I don't know how they can get a grip, because that kind of radical socialist wing of the party has taken it over, and so they're just going to become like dogs barking in the street, and we just have to live with it. But they won't have any influence, I don't believe, if they keep it up.
Well, they're going to have influence in New York City with Zavron Mondami probably going to win in this election coming up.
Well,
right?
I'm going to predict that he's not going to win. It's not a hard prediction. It's a tentative prediction. I really think that there'll be a huge turnout of people who say, we cannot let this guy run this city. So we'll see. But it'll be bad. He's going to do things that'll be instantly bad. So and that's a big city. That's our biggest city, and kind of it's kind of the gateway to America in some ways. But at least on the East Coast. And he's saying what he wants to do. I mean, he's not being that deceptive. He's not really trying to mealy mouth like Gavin Newsom. He's saying, we're going to give everything away. We're going to get rid of these rich people. And they will. He'll do that.
Well, the rich will move out. Well, they're going to leave New York, I would think. And I don't understand how a Jewish person would vote for Zavron Mondami when he's ready to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. I don't get it. I mean, there's also quotes that you've seen in the past that aren't getting a lot of attention but should about who the man is. So I guess we have to go through a real-life experiment of how socialism doesn't work, and it's demotivating and eventually turns to violence. So I don't know.
Well, we've kind of, we are somewhat socialist in terms of the size of government and the number of programs that help people. That becomes the only thing. But when we get these programs too big, we've been talking about it this morning about how, well, those folks weren't intended to get that money. And that's what happens. And then they need more and more of the rest of our money. And as somebody once said, it never works because sooner or later, I think it was Reagan, sooner or later you run out of other people's money.
Yeah.
So,
well, if you have 42 billion, that surprised me on SNAP, on EBT, food stamps. That's just a way bigger number than it's like 15% or something. It's crazy. So much.
42 million people?
Yeah. It's nuts.
What is that, about 15%, right?
Yeah, for 330 or 40 million people.
I'm not surprised. With grocery prices and all the other things we have to pay for and high rents, it's really not that surprising. And it's available. It's not that high a bar, I don't think. But then there are people that are abusing it or that shouldn't be getting it. But I'm not... Yeah, it should be more local. It shouldn't be a federal program. That's another problem with centralizing. If there's a problem in the central government, let's say Schumer, and there is no central government, then it's gone. And so I think the state should handle more of that kind of thing. And we're going back to that, I believe.
Yeah, I hope so. But I think if, we got the elections coming up in Virginia and New Jersey will be interesting. They're normally a Democrat, but can a Republican get in Virginia? And also, I think Citrelli,
there's a better chance in New Jersey than in Virginia. It'd be, but Youngkin did win in Virginia.
Yep.
They have a 1-term limit, I think, and I wish we had some term limits. You see what happens without term limits, Steve. This shutdown, you have to understand, these things started in around the 80s. That Schumer and Pelosi were just young congressmen, and they were talking like we're talking today in some respects. Now look at them.
Yeah.
And what's happened is it's always worked. This is how we do it, right? 50 years. No, it doesn't work like that anymore. Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
We're shutting it down, but we're losing points. We're going to go forward. We know how this works. It's like they're just so far gone.
Yeah.
They don't know what else to do.
If you go back to even the early 2000s, even the 90s for sure, the plethora of all kinds of Democrats sounding like us today. That's what they sounded like.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember when George Herbert Walker Bush, I think, was quoted as saying, "Nobody's going to vote for that," referring to Clinton.
Yeah.
Well, honey, we're in. I mean, wow. I think he was stunned election day when he knew the inevitable was happening. He was going to lose to Bill Clinton. Anyway, it's changed a lot. Bill Clinton can sound pretty normal when you quote him in the 90s. It was unbelievable.
Well, I ran for Senate against John Breaux, who was Mr. Conservative today.
Yeah, that's right.
And I thought he was pretty bad at the time.
He's a Democrat, but Wouldn't John Kennedy have to be a Republican for a lot of his stances on tax cuts and stuff like that?
He probably would be. There's the Democrat who's the Harold Ford Jr., who's the best of them. Fetterman's talking great too, and then there's these crazies. And there is a liberal perspective we need to consider, just like the liberals need to consider conservatism. That's what democracy and freedom is.
Yeah.
It's a way to get along, so we're not just tribes. And if you see the other tribe, you go to battle.
But the reason
Schumer's
Schumer's standing tall, firm, because he's afraid to get primaried from the far left, which might happen anyway. And so all of that has shifted due to they want to hold on to power. And they should have been fighting this when it first started. The virus wasn't that bad when it started. Now it's raging.
No, and I'm not sure what Schumer's doing. I don't think he knows. He's got one identity, which is a politician. And he can't deal with anything else. And that's what happens when you get that just embedded in a certain way of life. He doesn't know how to exist. So he fights for it. For him, it's survival to be a senator.
Yeah.
So he won't even, you know what I'm saying? And it's hard for them to let go.
Yep.
Hey, didn't you ever see Lord of the Rings? Even Bilbo Baggins had trouble letting go of the ring.
That's right.
It starts to work. It grows on you.
My ring.
You can't let it go.
My precious.
True.
Yeah, that's right.
My
That was
precious.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
Johnny,
so it's hard. It's hard to do.
Well, listen, always a pleasure. Ed Martin, our normal Wednesday guest, will be on It's Confirmed Friday with us.
Right.
And I'm going to call you and John Decker to recap your weekend in the governor's.
Tomorrow, yeah.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm hoping to have Senator Kennedy on. I believe he's got a #1 book on the New York
No kidding. No, I'm not surprised. I'm just not surprised at all. Yeah.
We'll hear what he has to say.
Yeah, did you say you hate police? Did you say that? It's just classic.
Going back to the social media post, not a bad idea.
Yeah, Johnny, we'll call you tomorrow with John Decker about your weekend with the.
All righty, Steve J. Good talking to you, Di and Steve.
All right, take care.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Brother Johnny down at Bible study.
And you were right in the 41 million people that are getting SNAP. I just looked up Champaign County statistics, and it's 31 17,000 people.
Wow.
In Champaign County alone.
Wow, that's a lot.
17,000 plus households in Champaign County.
That's a stunning number. What does it take to qualify for that?
I don't know.
It's worth. Can you maybe Google that?
Okay.
Weather brought to you by Watts Copy Systems. They offer cost-efficient solutions for your busy office. Want a free evaluation? Call 217-352-0428. And by Busey. For over 157 years, Busey, member FDIC.
Looking everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Early season fall storm system on the move through the Ohio Valley. A wind-blown feature at that. And pretty widespread organized rains over parts of the west and southwestern Corn Belt. And from here on southward, it'll be moving out quickly here later on this morning. A quiet weather picture going forward for the rest of the week, including Halloween into the weekend, much of next week as well. Rather windy for the day today, becoming partly sunny this afternoon with a couple of spells of rain, particularly from Champaign and Vermilion counties on southward. Maybe a sprinkle this afternoon at 57. That northeast to north wind at 20 to 30 and gusty. For tonight, becoming partly cloudy down to 39 with a northeast to north wind 10 to 20 miles per hour and gusty. Chilly start to the day tomorrow. Sunshine at 57 in the afternoon on gentler northwest to north winds. Halloween Friday, partly sunny, a bit breezy at 58 at trick-or-treat time in the mid-afternoon with a northwest to west wind. Highs into the 50s with some sunshine for the weekend. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
It's actually Steve Suderman playing this riff.
Yeah.
Hey, when last we spoke, Steve Suderman at Good Vibes, locally owned and operated for your big screens, theaters. You couldn't speak last week.
Right,
Are you
hoarse.
Are you better?
I had no voice at all. I still haven't got back to normal, so if anybody doesn't recognize me, yeah, it's the same guy, but oh, brother.
Sorry.
I don't know if anybody understood a word that came out of my croaking. There's something wicked going around, but Monday this week was the unofficial start of the silly season we know as Black Friday.
No kidding. Wow.
LG cast the first stone by jumping the competition's gun. I mixed my metaphors there. By a whole week. All of the OLED models, including the flagship, which usually they don't go deep on the G series, all came down, and that's the series with a free 5-year warranty, and it's maybe the best picture money can buy. The Samsung and Sony would argue that, but it's always in the top 3 of anybody's evaluation. A well-known electronics expert had his eye on this model and came and pulled the trigger on that as soon as he got the new pricing. So we were excited. So we were already in the swing on this one. I almost bought the 77-inch G for myself, but the price was just too high, and it kind of pushed me towards the Sony, and there was a couple other reasons. But now it's got a real advantage over the Sony, and if I'd waited, sometimes good things come to those.
So
who wait.
what's your 77 running?
Good grief, you got me cold. I think it's it was 2,700, and now it's less than that.
Wow, wow.
It's on our website on gvibes.com.
Okay, go look at those. And then
series
but they need to go in. They need to see this thing. Have Mike show them around the showroom because they've got the clarity. There's definitely differences.
We got it on the wall, and it looks great. It's one of those that hugs the wall. But the C series, which is what people buy, that's the TV for everybody. It's 65 inches, $13.99, and it's going to be that way all the way into the first week of December.
Nice.
So they are already there. They're not going down, guaranteed. This is lowest price of the year, and that's every size from 42 to 83 inch. Meanwhile, Monday, Sony joins the dance with all their stuff. Paradigm's already 25% off the monitors immediately, and a good chunk off their fancy line. Klipsch is waiting till later in November. We'll see if they don't pull it forward because they're going to get run over a little bit. Samsung is weirdly doing a double tap where they've got I didn't call it a Halloween deal, but it's over this weekend. It's sort of a Black Friday tease on certain models, so they're going real deep on a few, and they'll pull them back and then bring them back in 2 weeks. So it's you got to watch what's going on. But there's just on the LG stuff, there's no reason to wait. And boy, they're the best looking TVs for the buck I think out there. That's why we've been selling them for all these years.
And you could provide some sort of financing if people request that.
12 months, same as cash, is available to anybody with approved credit. That's absolutely what it sounds like. It's free.
All right, how can people connect with you, sir?
physically at 2010 Round Barn and digitally at gvibes.com. And the deals that we can offer are already on there.
You're the man, Bubba. Always a pleasure,
Thank
Steve.
you.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
As you bet. Steve Suderman at Good Vibes, locally owned and operated over 54 years. It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
It's only 6 a.m. on the West Coast, but it's just about bedtime for President Trump. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. He's in South Korea, where it's 10 p.m., and he wrapped up a day of talks at dinner with that country's president and other leaders from the region.
We made our deal. We pretty much finalized a trade deal. And we discussed some other things having to do with national security.
And when the president wakes up tomorrow, South Korean time, he'll sit down with China's leader, Xi Jinping, for talks that'll include a big focus on tariffs.
The U.S. and China have been locked in a trade war for months. Beijing has responded by blocking rare earth minerals, which power everything from our mobile phones to cars to fighter jets. Trump also wants China to resume purchasing American soybeans. Last year, China purchased $13 billion worth from American farmers. This year, zero.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson in South Korea. They're still assessing the destruction Hurricane Melissa did in Jamaica, hitting as one of the most powerful storms ever with 185-mile-an-hour winds. 3 deaths are reported there, along with a lot of damage and flooding. Melissa is now hitting Cuba and then the Bahamas.
We're very concerned with the Bahamas. These are flat-lying islands, which is different than the monster that we were facing with Cuba and Jamaica. There's nowhere for the water to go, and we are expecting possibly up to an 8-foot storm surge with intense rain.
Fox Weather's Britta Merwin. The government is shut down for a 29th day with no end in sight to the standoff in Congress over funding, so a lot of federal workers remain off the job unpaid. Those deemed essential keep working, but also without pay. Joe Segreto is one of them, an air traffic controller, and he tells Fox.
You know, the pressure is real. We go to work and we speak with people. That's all we talk about. It's a distraction. You go home to your safe place, and it's a distraction there, too.
Some controllers have been calling out sick or getting second jobs to make ends meet. That's led to a lot of flight delays, more than 12,000 Monday, yesterday, and this morning. Another concern, the SNAP food assistance program will run out of funding, so Americans who need food stamps may not have them starting Saturday. America's listening to Fox News.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This month, Pure Talk is supporting Canines for Warriors, a terrific organization that trains rescue dogs and then pairs them up with combat vets struggling with PTSD. This is why I switched to Pure Talk. Sure, I like the unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $25 a month, and you will too. But you will love being in business with a company that shares your values. Dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Israel says the ceasefire is still in place in Gaza after fighting flared up again.
According to a statement released by the Israeli military, its forces struck dozens, including, quote, 30 terrorists holding command positions as well as terrorist targets operating inside the Palestinian territory. Local hospitals say many children were among the dozens of dead. Military officials have declared the ceasefire back on. The strikes came after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu ordered them, accusing Hamas of violating the ceasefire deal made earlier this month. Hamas says in response to the strikes, it would delay handing over the body of another hostage. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
There are still 13 dead hostages Hamas has not returned like it's supposed to under terms of the ceasefire agreement. Now a war story from Australia that dates back more than a century.
On Morton Beach, the Brown family found a glass bottle containing 2 penciled notes dated August 15, 1916. They were written by Australian soldiers Malcolm Neville and William Harley as they sailed for France. Deb Brown has contacted descendants of both men and plans to mail the letters home.
It's very emotional, but we're also very excited that we found it, that a local family found it, because we've made it into something really special for the families.
Neville was killed a year after the letter was dated. Harley survived the war, but he eventually passed away in 1934 of cancer. Matt Murphy, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures have been rising ahead of an expected interest rate cut later today from the Federal Reserve. Baseball's World Series is all tied up.
There's a fly ball to deep left center field. Headed back there. It is gone.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s home run gave the Blue Jays the lead. They didn't give up, beating the defending champion Dodgers 6-2 on Fox. So Toronto and Los Angeles are now tied 2 games apiece. They'll play again tonight. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
There's a new way to stay connected with the Urbana Park District. Just send a text. Got a question or a comment? Text us, and we'll reply within 1 business day. And now you can follow your interest. Sign up for text alerts about programs, events, and weather updates. Choose as many interests as you'd like. It's quick and easy. Just visit urbanaparks.org and tap Text Us or follow your interest. Urbana Park District. You belong here.
Stevie J here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to thenateevansgroup.com.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois General Assembly will have 3 days of session this week to figure out the best way to add energy to the grid and lower utility bills. Advocates urging lawmakers to pass the Clean and Reliable Grid Affordability Act, but manufacturers argue it'll raise rates even higher. Former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy charged with murdering Son DeMasi last year defending his action. Sean Grayson took the stand. He testified he fired his gun in self-defense and his actions matched the threat level. He thought Massey was throwing hot water on him. Urbana Police collecting supplies and donations to support a local domestic violence support group. Courage Connection provides shelter and resources to victims of domestic violence, and the Urbana Police Department opening a new way of donating to the group with a box at their headquarters. People can either donate through a wish list or by shopping local and dropping off the supplies. And that's a check of what's happening on your Wednesday. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, all right. It is the 29th of October. October's a good long month. And here we got November, Solier. You got your Thanksgiving week.
Yeah.
That's going to blip by. And then Christmas and holidays. And then you got
basketball season.
Basketball season.
Right.
All these things kind of help.
Let's go.
And you know what? I think I told you before, if you're in San Diego and you wake up, you kind of know what the weather's going to be.
Generally speaking, yeah.
I would think meteorology in those regions would be slightly boring.
Well, yeah. I mean, San Diego, they go through that June swoon of little, low stratus clouds, and as it heats up in the valleys of California, got to deal with that stuff in the morning and drizzle and mist up towards San Francisco as well. So there are some subtle nuances, but I get your picture. I get your idea.
Here around here, we get exciting change of seasons and blizzards and tornado warnings and all these other 4
solid ones.
Boy,
yes.
4 different real are the seasons. This is a nice, I think, moderate place to be. I mean, if you go to Duluth, it's going to be freezing up there.
It's all relative. We go through our years sometimes when there's already, the gray snow and ice block on the ground by Thanksgiving, and it just doesn't go away till Easter. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm hoping for another mild one, though. I'm just fine not scooping snow.
Me too.
Me three.
Our weather brought to you this morning by Kurt Lenschow. State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor. Kurt Lenschow and State Farm are there. So is meteorologist Greg Solier. Look at our weather. Mr. Solier, what you see?
Well, yeah, and into the first half of November, nothing too problematic around here. It gets a little busier, but I think it's all primarily in liquid form around here over the back end of November, and we'll kind of start an easing down, maybe a little more longer-lasting spells of more seasonal air, nothing worse. I think it's December, and particularly just before the holidays when the other boot end or hoof drops on us and stays that way, and what should be a pretty good ramped-up, busier, stormier winter season, kind of compacted into January, February, and part of March around here with this maybe developing La Nina still yet to get going on the maps and charts. What's winding down briefly is Melissa after 185-mile-per-hour winds, record low barometer readings as well, coming into Jamaica, and a slow movement out of that island chain into the southwestern Atlantic. Still, it's going to take another 12 to 18 hours, so lots of issues down there, Kingston and vicinity. Back up this way, some rain south of about Charleston, Mattoon, and that's pretty much it. I don't think think we have anything really to speak of here for the day today other than a sprinkle this afternoon. Skies turn partly sunny. We're in sunshine to the north of us in particular and east-west of the Champaign-Danville line. 45 now. Later on today, 57 down to 39 tonight with still a stiff north wind through the night. Tomorrow mostly sunny, a chilly start, but 57. Then for Halloween Friday, no problem. Partly sunny, a bit breezy. Hold on to the bag, good and tight, 58 for the high. On a west-northwest wind gusting above 20. Saturday, football, 47 to kickoff, 54 later in the ball game. Partly sunny skies. Sunday up to 56, and we're going to flirt with 60. That's a mild start to November. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much. Mild start is how we like it.
Yep.
For November.
Ease in.
All right, talking about government shutdown at Chris Coons, who, by the way, this is not as readily available as it should be. I had to dig to get it because the media doesn't want to play it. Democrat Chris Coons, a really well-known senator, said this, which people know.
Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the White House. Frankly, this is our only moment of leverage. And although a very unpleasant tool to use.
Again?
Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the White House. Frankly, this is our only moment of leverage. And although a very unpleasant tool to use.
Yeah, a little chuckle in there because I'm getting paid and you're not. No stress here. People can't go a month without money. It's just, we're not set up. We need to be better at it, but we're not. And the EBT stuff that in Saturday, this isn't really the time to have the debate about that they shouldn't have they don't have food. And if we have 17,000 people in Champaign County, 17,000 homes, 31,000 people that are on this in our county, Champaign County.
Right.
It's not the proper time to have the debate. The question is, what are they going to do? They're not ready for this. So it's like I'm all for having the discussion of saying, okay, let's help people when they really need it and not give them entitlement to the point of I expect you to feed my children. That's not the right attitude. We need to roll up our sleeves, all of us, and go to work.
Yeah.
And make something of yourself and use the potential God gave you to be the most incredibly productive, wonderful human being you can be.
So they've had 13 votes to try to reopen.
By the way, Chuck Schumer voted for this in March, but now that he's threatened politically, he's holding fast. And with these comments coming out, if anybody hears them, I mean...
Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the White House. Frankly, this is our only moment of leverage. And although a very unpleasant tool to use.
Yeah, well, you're using it. And there are a lot of people going to be, particularly Saturday. What do you do if you don't have the stuff to pay for food? Really, what would you do? There's going to be a little panic going on. And what are the Champaign County retailers telling their people? Do you tackle the guy who's running out of the store with a cart full of food? They're going to tell him, stand down. You can't have enough police at all the places where you can go steal stuff.
I don't even want to talk about all that.
Well,
I feel like the places that give food, Eastern Illinois Food Bank, and they're like I was with Catholic Charities yesterday, and the ladies were talking about our food bank in Tolono at St. Patrick's open twice. We're all like gearing up.
You don't have enough for 31,000 people. You don't have enough. So it's a real issue. So be careful as you move around,
right?
And lock your cars at night.
I mean, it was
going to be more desperation.
Online search to find a food bank near you.
Well, you got to use it as leverage because that's all the leverage we have, and it might be a little painful. It might be a little painful. Not funny.
Right.
All right, 8:13 sports headlines.
All righty. We had Game 4 of the World Series with the Toronto Blue Jays beating the LA Dodgers 6-2. All about Vladimir Guerrero.
Yeah, he's good. Junior. He had a dad named Vladimir.
That's right.
Yeah, and he was very good. He wants to win a World Series so he can give his dad his ring. That's a nice son.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, 2-run homer off of Shohei Ohtani, who proved to be human yesterday instead of that getting on base 9 times.
The night before record on base 9 times, walked 5 times.
That's right.
They walked him intentionally 4 times. I think they started the game. He started the game last night. Toronto is going to pitch to him very little from here on out, which is Shohei Ohtani can
belt it,
beat you.
That's right. So tied up at 2 apiece tonight at 7 on Fox for Game 5. Tomorrow, Baltimore and Miami in NFL action. The Bears in Cincinnati on Sunday on CBS and on Q96, if you're tooting around on that second day of November and trying to figure out what time it is because we have the time change. NBA action had Milwaukee over New York 121-111. Sacramento's in Chicago for the Bulls, who are off to a 3-0 start with Ayo DeSumo leading the team inside the last week, a few days with 21 points. Indiana's Pacers are in Dallas with the 7:30 contest. We'll have our volleyball team against number 20 Minnesota tonight, and also trending in Illini Nation as we pat Kylan Boswell on the back for that Naismith nominee award for Jerry West since he started 34 games. We're looking forward to the game on November 3rd against Jackson State.
Sunday. Sunday. No, Monday. Monday. Yeah. So first is Saturday, November 1. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Go Illini.
At 7:30, I think, is the tip-off.
And, of course, we've got Rutgers at 11 o'clock on Saturday. And we're starting to issue some tickets from Parlor Donuts, Old Farm Shops, to locations of Jet's Pizza in Champaign.
Yeah.
Had lunch there yesterday. It was under $10 for 2 slices and a drink.
Nice.
Not bad.
All right, so if you want to go to a sold-out arena stadium, that's Saturday.
Try
We've got
to text
tickets.
in 359-2255 on the Fisher National Bank text line as you text in Illini and try to win.
The holidays upon us, easy to forego financial plans. Well, Busey Wealth Management wants you to know, time to organize. Finally, let's get it done. Tax planning. Yep. Maximize your tax deductions across the board. Plan your tax strategy for the coming year. You can use all the legal tax strategies and pay the government less money. But you need some help on that, I think, because you have questions. Can I do this? Can I do that? Charitable contributions, that can benefit your overall financial plan. College planning, you have a range of opportunities there you can go through. Retirement planning, evaluate when you'll be able to retire and what you want it to look like. And wealth transfer, effective estate planning can help preserve your assets, reduce taxes paid by your heirs, and unlock opportunities for future generations. Start your year-end planning today with the experienced professionals at Busey Wealth Management to get and stay financially fit through next year and beyond. Call 800-67-BUSEY or visit Busey.com. Investment products and services are not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee. All right, ESPN 93.5, check your Fox Business Minute. We'll do that. And also coming up, it'll be Greg Soyer's weather. Stand by.
We've had a guy change his mind about whether he ever wants to drive, so I do have an open seat, and we're looking for the right guy that wants to work, wants to get a good income that's going to be stable and steady, and work at a place that really is a family atmosphere and respects the drivers and wants to work with them.
And this is a place that gets you home for the weekends, and that's unique in the trucking business.
Every weekend. Yep, they're able to run some loads that generate revenue, and we're unique. We pay off a percentage so the driver gets a true measure of what that job's worth based on what the customer pays. So they're able to run some loads and still get home and enjoy their family and have some quality home time.
What about getting hold of you if there is a driver that wants a job with Gale Forex Trucking? What would they do?
They can call the office at 765-793-7131. My direct extension is 4. They can email me at timo@gftlog.com.
Tim Onstadt, Gale Forex Trucking, dedicated diesel.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Early season fall storm system on the move through the Ohio Valley. A wind-blown feature at that, and pretty widespread organized rains over parts of the west and southwestern Corn Belt. And from here on southward, it'll be moving out quickly here later on this morning. A quiet weather picture going forward for the rest of the week, including Halloween into the weekend, much of next week as well. Rather windy for the day today, becoming partly sunny this afternoon with a couple of spells of rain, particularly from Champaign and Vermilion counties on southward. Maybe a sprinkle this afternoon at 57. That northeast to north wind at 20 to 30 and gusty. For tonight, becoming partly cloudy down to 39 with a northeast to north wind 10 to 20 miles per hour and gusty. Chilly start to the day tomorrow. Sunshine at 57 in the afternoon on gentler northwest to north winds. Halloween Friday, partly sunny, a bit breezy at 58 at trick-or-treat time in the mid-afternoon with a northwest to west wind. Highs into the 50s with some sunshine for the weekend. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Boeing is reporting a weaker quarter. It was impacted by expenses related to the delay of its 777X. Boeing's loss was larger than expected. Commercial deliveries of the wide-body jet were supposed to start late this year. Now it's expected to be delayed into 2027. Kraft Heinz sales weakened in the recent quarter. The company's lowering its full-year outlook. The business is expressing concerns about a pullback in consumer spending. It now sees sales declining this year. Its Oscar Mayer brand has been dealing with higher beef prices. However, people are still eating at Chili's. Parent company Brinker reported an upbeat profit and saw customer traffic up 13%. Earnings rose in the quarter. Chili's has been able to attract customers who see the chain as having a better value. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
The world of business moves fast. Stay on top of it with the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday. Fox Business reporters, anchors, and hosts will bring you beneath the stock market speculation and boardroom drama to tell you about the biggest business stories of today. Whether you're on Main Street or Wall Street, Fox Business is invested in you.
Listen to the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting. Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison, Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Always a pleasure to talk about Donnie up in Long Branch Steakhouse here in beautiful downtown Gifford. Well, you know what, friends? It's never too early to make your Christmas party reservations at the Long Branch Steakhouse in Gifford. They are taking party reservations for December. Dates are filling up quickly. Don't be left out this year. If you want a fabulous night at the Long Branch for your office party, get it done now. Connect with the Long Branch Steakhouse and book your Christmas party. Long Branch Steakhouse, beautiful downtown Gifford.
It's great when hard work and experience are recognized. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. I am thrilled to share that Fisher National has been ranked 7th in the nation as a top lender in mortgage loans among banks with asset size of $300 million to $1 billion by our National Banking Association. This recognition is a testament to our lending team's dedication and expertise. After all, better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. If you're in the market for a new home or considering refinancing your existing home, let our team at Fisher National Bank earn your business and trust. We offer competitive rates with low closing costs, and we locally service almost all of our loans. Come see us with all your home mortgage needs and experience the top-notch service that has earned us national recognition. Learn more at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Jesse with Lands Drain Cleaning. Do you have your sewer line cleaned every year? Are you constantly getting roots or blockages? Why deal with that headache year after year? Call Lands Drain Cleaning today at 217-355-5512 to have our expert staff come out, clean your line. We give you a free camera inspection, show you what's wrong, where it's at, and then we can offer you a repair for that problem so you don't have to deal with it again. Lands Drain Cleaning. Why call anyone else?
All right, you can go to StevieJay.com. You can go to abcheatingandac.com to nominate a veteran for a $10,000 to $15,000 gift. This is a free Amana furnace, free Amana air conditioner installed for free. Wow, you got to know a veteran that you can get in on this deal, man. It's just a golden opportunity. They might just be struggling with a number of things. And yeah, they'll be very happy if you nominated them and they win.
Yeah.
It's such a good thing to do, though. Our veterans are...
So many of our soldiers are just proud, and they don't want to nominate
Well, they're not going to nominate. They're not doing that. But somebody you know will maybe lift you up and change your life.
Yeah.
Because if you got a problem, it's going to be cold, man.
Have you heard of a veteran who's having some issues now that we're restarting the furnace and getting a little more chill in the air? So, yeah, just go to StevieJay.com and you'll see where abcheatingandac.com, that link to that is very easy to fill that out.
All right, please do that because it'd be nice to really serve a veteran and take care of this person. And the thing is closing in 2 days, so you've really got to hustle. Again, StevieJay.com, there's a link, ABC right there, or abcheatingandac.com. Easy to nominate. It'll take you 5 minutes, and somebody might change your life.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got news here coming up. We'll be back. Final segment of the program. Talked about a lot of things today.
Yep.
The shutdown is day 29 with no solution in sight. President is in Korea. He will meet with President Xi in, 12 hours? It's nighttime now.
Right.
I think it's 6, 7, 8, like 10 at night in South Korea where the president is.
New York City mayor's race is a trending story right now. And early voters in Virginia says nearly 1.1 million ballots already cast.
Yep. We will see, but good luck to New York if you're going to try and be a socialist city. You'll get a lesson in socialism, how that really works. It sounds good. Chicken in every pot sounds good.
Well, I have so many Jewish friends that in New York. How are they feeling?
Well, I don't know. Some are for him, and I don't get it at all. There's been a real trend to anti-Semitic, anti-Jew over the last 18 months around here, America. So I don't know. I'm just shocked that a guy. I mean, look at London. What a mess. They have the same kind of mayor there.
Yeah.
Far left promises Parrot Khan, the Mayor Khan in London.
Right.
And that's just how many has Great Britain arrested for mean tweets? I mean, I think America took action against 50 people for speech that was unacceptable.
Okay.
I think Great Britain's in the thousands.
Oh, wow.
You can get arrested for something nasty.
Okay.
Arrested. So they're trending the wrong direction, I think. So, yeah, you're not going to like it. It'll be a lesson. If you don't know what socialism is and what is meant to history, it's easy reading. You just go to your AI and read all day long, and you'll say, that doesn't sound very good. It sounded good at the beginning. News coming up.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Canelo Luga, linebacker and special teams specialist.
KO, that's a lot of skill sets.
What's your point?
Well, kickers kick, guards block, receivers catch.
Is there a point coming?
Well, yeah, you have to cover running backs, quarterbacks, tight ends, kickoff and punt returners, even loose balls.
So you want to know how I'm a specialist? Simple. My job is to put the guy with the ball firmly on the ground. I specialize in firmly.
So Sony specializes in video processing. They have the skills to make any panel deliver a better picture. Better as in more color, smoother motion handling, higher contrast, everything that makes sports on TV look real. From Sony cameras and mics used on the field to showing the game in your home like you have sideline tickets.
Well, we still want you to come see us at the stadium.
Oh, heck yeah. Live football's the best, but Sony is firmly in second.
There's something special about Monaco's Pizza. Maybe it's the friendly faces that greet you like family, or the thin, crispy crust that's been a hometown favorite since 1959. Whether you're craving classic thin crust, hearty pan, gluten-free, or our one-of-a-kind point pizza, every bite feels like coming home. So grab your family, your friends, or just your appetite and make tonight a Monaco's night. Monaco's Pizza, people-pleasing people since 1959.
Illini Volleyball is on the air.
Hey, Illini fans, it's head coach Chris Thomas with Fighting Illini Volleyball. This year we celebrate the 100th anniversary of historic Huff Hall, and I want you to join us for the Party at Huff all season long as we honor a century of incredible moments and build the future of Illinois volleyball together. The energy, the fans, the tradition, you don't want to miss it. Get your tickets now at fightingillini.com. Let's pack Huff and keep the celebration going. ILL.
I'm CJ Papa, the third and final stop on his trip to Asia for President Trump. Fox's Lucas Thompson traveling with the president.
A new trade deal with South Korea. This has been in the works since South Korean President Lee visited the White House over the summer. And President Trump arrived in South Korea with all the pomp the country can muster. Trump was presented a crown, South Korea's highest award, Trump becoming the first American to receive it.
President meets tomorrow with his Chinese counterpart.
We're meeting right here, and we're all looking forward to that. I think it's going to work out very, very well for everybody.
The leaders will discuss tariffs and trade as well as stopping the flow of fentanyl into the U.S. The worst of Hurricane Melissa is over for Jamaica, but the storm devastated the island. Now it's battering Cuba. A Category 2 hurricane winds 105 miles per hour up next to the Bahamas. America's listening to Fox News.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
ABC Heating and Air Conditioning is looking for veterans who may be in need of a new HVAC system. To be nominated to win on Veterans Day, November 11th from Amana. Give details about a local veteran in need at abcheatingandac.com.
Hey Champaign-Urbana, it's Megan Wren inviting you to the best Halloween party ever. My EP release show on November 1st at Logic Co-working. Yeah. It's a free event featuring Modern Drugs and Emily the Band. See you there.
We've had a guy change his mind about whether he ever wants to drive, so I do have an open seat, and we're looking for the right guy that wants to work, wants to get a good income that's going to be stable and steady, and work at a place that really is a family atmosphere and respects the drivers and wants to work with them.
And this is a place that gets you home for the weekends, and that's unique in the trucking business.
Every weekend. Yep, they're able to run some loads that generate revenue, and we're unique. We pay off a percentage, so the driver gets gets a true measure of what that job's worth based on what the customer pays. So they're able to run some loads and still get home and enjoy their family and have some quality home time.
What about getting hold of you if there is a driver that wants a job with Gale Forex Trucking? What would they do?
They can call the office at 765-793-7131. My direct extension is 4. They can email me at timo@gftlog.com.
Tim Onstadt, Gale Forex Trucking, Dedicated Diesel.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. There's no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help you improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Here's a look at local news. Former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy charged with murdering Sonia Massey, defending his actions. Sean Grayson on trial. Yesterday he testified he fired his gun in self-defense and that his actions, quote, matched the threat level because he believed Massey was about to throw a pot of boiling water at him. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries pushing for redrawing the Illinois congressional maps. He's urging lawmakers to redraw its congressional map in order to add additional Democratic seat. Jeffries believes that will counter President Trump's backing redistricting in GOP-led states. Special use permit for a proposed solar farm in Mahomet narrowly passing through the Champaign County Board. 36-acre solar farm would run from the Spring Lake subdivision and along Spring Lake Drive. Summit Ridge says it would generate enough power for about 1,500 homes. Champaign's police chief being recognized for outstanding work. Chief Tim Tyler was presented at the Freedom Fund banquet. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Intensifying weather system on its move out of the Ozarks up the Ohio will generate a pretty healthy wind pattern with most of the organized rain zone remaining from Champaign and Vermilion counties on southward for this morning. Maybe a sprinkle this afternoon. The skies turn partly sunny. That northeast to north wind at 20 to 30 and gusty will top out around 57 this afternoon. Bottom out chillier tonight at 39 with a partly cloudy sky and still a stiff northeast to north wind. And so a chilly start to the day tomorrow, but sunshine at 57 with much gentler north and northwesterly winds throughout the day. We'll bottom out in the mid-30s tomorrow night. Halloween Friday, partly sunny, a bit breezy. That northwest and west wind 12 to 24 miles per hour and gusty. We'll kick off trick-or-treat time mid-afternoon Friday at about 57, 58 degrees. 54 and a dry Saturday. Partly cloudy skies expected. Kick off into the mid to upper 40s late morning on Saturday. Sunday up to 56. We're up near 60 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
At Coach House Garages, buildings are more than just garages and backyard sheds. By combining your imagination with their experience, generations of Amish craftsmanship, and the finest quality materials, they build a garage that fits all of your specifications at a budget you can live with. To learn more about what Coach House of Champaign and Danville offers, visit them online at CoachHouseGarages.com or call at 217-351-9073.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. We're talking to John Reichert and Neil Asklin. I guess the first question for me, John, is what is it like being part of A&R, knowing how this all started? It was your grandfather, then your dad, and now you, and 100 years in business is hard. How do you explain that?
Well, it's incredible, honestly. When I was a boy, obviously my father was running the company. It's always been, part of my life, but I knew that we had good people, at that time that worked for the company. I think with God's help and protection that we survived and frankly thrived.
I think the thrive is the key word here. Neil Asklin, I guess let me ask you about your dad, Ken Asklin, who partnered with Dave and they got it going in the 50s and kept it going. And you being part of the company.
I've been around since I was a young teenager, so something that I've grown to love and
the camaraderie and getting things done. And these huge projects that we're doing now just amazes me.
A&R Mechanical, a thriving leader 100 years later. Yeah, Dancing with the Stars is a popular show.
Yes,
it goes
it is.
2 hours every Tuesday.
I know.
And Andy Richter, U of I student, scooped ice cream for Bruce Hinkett Delights. He's on Green Street scooping ice cream.
That's right, U of I guy.
Somehow he met Conan O'Brien, became his sidekick for 30 years.
Yeah.
And I had him on the first week he was on.
Kind of the Ed McMahon to Johnny Carson.
That's right. And so I remember asking him, I said, what do you think, Saturday Night Live after this? He said, I kind of like what I'm doing. And he's just been doing it a week.
Right.
So he and Conan made a run of it, and so he's on Dancing with the Stars, but I think he's 57 years old now.
Right.
I think he,
This is Dancing with the Stars season 34, Stevie.
I think it's 34 with 2 a season. So like 17.
You're right.
It's not like
That's
34.
true.
Yeah.
So
it's been going since the early 2000s.
I happened to see Andy in the beginning, and they were like, "Why are you doing this?" Because I needed money. He has a comedian.
No, he's yeah.
I wasn't doing anything else.
Yeah, right. No, I think a lot of it. And who are the stars? What signifies or distinguishes a person that is called a celebrity?
So Robert Irwin, for instance, is
Terrific.
Steve Irwin's Australian son.
I think he might be the best guy.
Okay.
Zac Efron's brother.
Yes, Dylan.
Dylan is very, very good, and I love The Greatest Showman. And he danced to something and used his baby sister as a little 5-year-old dancer.
Yes.
That was fantastic.
Aww.
And he's very likable. But this Robert Irwin, Steve Irwin, who got hit by that stingray.
Right.
And he's mad. That gator is mad. He's from Australia.
Yes.
Great, terrific. But there's some other people that you've never heard of because they're influencers.
Right.
Meaning they have a big following.
Everybody else, I feel like. There's a Whitney Leavitt. There's an Elaine Hendricks and Danielle Fishel and Alex Earl and Jordan Child.
One Olympic gold medalist.
Okay.
But I wasn't familiar with her.
Right.
Anyway, it's just entertaining. The dances are 90 seconds maybe.
Right.
They're pretty short, but they're pretty elaborate. Elaine somebody couldn't dance last night because she got hurt that day.
Yes, I'm seeing her in the hospital and doing a little bit from the hospital.
She's
and
clear
she
to
was
go.
devastated because Halloween is her favorite, and of course they had a Halloween theme yesterday.
All of them were in costumes, and they put something in their eyes where they really did look creepy. I don't know if there's contacts or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, but she made it through. And so did Andy Richter made it through.
Right.
And he's obviously, when the judges go, you're getting so much better. You're bringing energy. Always last place. Mm-hmm. But he must have the votes on the line.
He got 29 last night. Jennifer Affleck
29.
looks like she, I thought total points, and that's...
No, he was last.
Okay.
They were last by quite a bit. So, I mean, they're now polling in sevens when other people are getting 8, 9s, and 10s.
Right.
So he's not a competitive dancer. It's not. It's if he wins, it's there'll be people going, okay, well, what is this show again? Get the most votes. It doesn't matter if you're any good at it. And frankly, the local Dancing with the Stars is you don't have to be any good to win.
True.
If
Show me the money.
Write a $50,000 check. I bet you win.
Don Moyer Boys and Girls Club. Now, I was just visiting with Marcus Jackson, who we know for his sports chapter in life. He's in a different chapter now, but he's been posting.
Megan, his wife, just had a baby. And she was a CrossFitter.
Right.
And she played volleyball at Eastern.
So he's been posting some clips about he and his dancer dancing and getting ready for that event at the iHotel on November 22nd. There's only a few tables left in case you want to do an online search and be a part of it. But just to see how this has evolved over the years, Stevie, when we started things off. So it was like 15, 18 years ago
we did
or something.
10 years, I think,
We
right?
did, the first 10 years of this.
Yeah.
And I remember being at the organizing meeting when we were saying, this is kind of a fun concept. It's better than just the banquet and then the auction items and things like that. We wanted something new.
Well, it was new, and somebody brought it from the bank. Some woman from the bank brought it from Terre Haute or something.
Yes.
Anyway, it was...
and Christy Ramshaw and Sam Banks.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. And the very first one, Sam came out and did the hustle.
That's right.
And he had a fake afro up. It was awesome.
He did some disco
moves. It was awesome.
And they asked if you and I would do a dance, and I was like, the Macarena? I had no idea that it was going to be like this.
No, it's cool. It's fun, and it does really well. Back in the day, you used to get $75,000. You had a great fundraiser.
Yeah, we were happy with the 5 digits.
Now, Sam busted through and got $200,000-300,000, and now they're doing $500,000 for Don Moyer. It's awesome. All right, we got 844 ESPN 93.5.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem? Look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do installation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance, and they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today, 217-586-3863, or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champagne.
What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
More sports headlines with Diane.
All right, we have an Illini game coming up on Saturday at 11 a.m. against Rutgers. So if you go to fightingillini.com, you can learn all the things when it comes to the Illini run with Josh Whitman at 7 a.m. and the walk is, between 8 and 8:30. If you want to see the players come in, it's all the early stuff, and we're used to it. In a sold-out crowd, they encourage you to come in early. Kylan Boswell, Illinois basketball team, is a nominee for that Jerry West Naismith Award. So congratulations to him after starting 34 games last season. Speaking of basketball, Milwaukee over New York, 121-111. Sacramento's in Chicago to face the Bulls, and Io was the top scorer in the last game. We had the Indiana Pacers at Dallas at 7:30. Tomorrow it'll be Baltimore at Miami. The Bears in Cincinnati will be Sunday at noon, and you can hear that action on Q96.
Every year on November 11th, the United States of America proudly celebrates Veterans Day. Muhammad Christian Church recognizes all veterans and salutes our armed forces every day of the year. And this year, as we present the 20th annual Living Flag, you are cordially invited to join us as we are celebrating life, liberty, and the freedom of worship. This year, we are presenting our Living Flag on Friday, November 7th at 7 o'clock, Saturday, November 8th at 2 o'clock, and our finale on Sunday, November 9th at 4 o'clock. And in our lobby, after each performance, we will be offering free dessert and refreshments. Please join us as we honor our Lord, respect our veterans, and salute our armed forces. Muhammad Christian Church. We're located at 908 North Lake of the Woods Road, right across from Lake of the Woods Golf Course. And for more information, please visit muhammadchristian.org.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent, Michael Rumsey, put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Nate Evans at the Nate Evans Group with eXp Realty. If someone wants to build their dream home, how can you help them find that perfect property?
Yeah, these are getting tougher and tougher every year. Everybody's looking for specific properties. Maybe it's high character. Maybe there's woods, trees, water, pond, lake. The more that Champaign continues to grow, and some of our river town communities offer some of them high character lands, a lot tougher it is to come across these. We have found a huge network of potential sellers and landowners that have told us, hey, if the number makes sense, we'd be willing to sell. And that doesn't always have to be obnoxious. A lot of times that's just timing. We've also found a lot of these parcels, if we get enough demand, that they're willing to chop up and we can subdivide again. I think working with somebody that's familiar and been a part of a lot of these residential subdivision developments, such as ourselves, they'll be aware of the opportunities and the land opportunities for those buyers and be able to partner with the appropriate builders based on their budgets.
You can reach out at Nate Evans Group and start packing.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
Hi, this is Ross Craig with Philo Exchange Bank. Do you need a loan? When it comes to personal or commercial lending, experience matters. Philo Exchange Bank is a different kind of bank, with over 135 years of combined lending experience. Let us be your trusted partner. Unlike many other banks, our lending decisions are made quickly and efficiently within the walls of the bank.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Early season fall storm system on the move through the Ohio Valley. A wind-blown feature at that. And pretty widespread organized rains over parts of the west and southwestern Corn Belt. And from here on southward, it'll be moving out quickly here later on this morning. A quiet weather picture going forward for the rest of the week, including Halloween into the weekend, much of next week as well. Rather windy for the day today, becoming partly sunny this afternoon with a couple of spells of rain, particularly from Champaign and Vermilion counties on southward. Maybe a sprinkle this afternoon at 57. The northeast to north wind at 20 to 30 and gusty. For tonight, becoming partly cloudy down to 39 with a northeast to north wind 10 to 20 miles per hour and gusty. Chilly start to the day tomorrow. Sunshine at 57 in the afternoon on gentler northwest to north winds. Halloween Friday, partly sunny, a bit breezy at 58 at trick-or-treat time in the mid-afternoon with a northwest to west wind. Highs into the 50s with some sunshine for the weekend. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
All righty, the drive this afternoon with Curtis Allen and Ethan Stone, Evan Stone. Say Ethan. Ethan Hawke was an actor. How many Ethans you know? They had Benjamin had a best friend named Ethan from U of I.
Okay.
But Evan Stone, very talented preacher, CU Church, a pastor for the college, and very knowledgeable in sports. It's really fun to hear him. He's got a lot of takes, and they're fun to listen to. Evan Stone, Curtis Allen this afternoon after 3, and the 3 o'clock hour we played in the 5 o'clock hour. Jay Lehman was very candid on Monday, saying, you know what, we got to figure out the defense, obviously. And I think we will. I said, after the Indiana game, it was really a tough loss, and the way we lost it and everything else, and 10 injuries or whatever that was. I said this is a team of character. I believe that. How do I know? I don't. I just think that the people that have been presented as kind of the spokespeople, very, very solid humans, and Brett Bielema's a good man. I think his staff's good. I just think they're a team of character. That means they come back from disappointment. And they're going to do that against Rutgers. So I think we'll play very well against Rutgers. I think the crowd will be lively. It's a sellout. I think they'll be looking for good things. I think good things are going to happen Saturday. So I'm excited to get back because I think you want to get a win to kind of wash the other stuff out.
Yep.
Because the disappointment of not being a playoff team this year, because that's kind of what made it to week 8.
That's it.
The next year, let's go all the way to 12 and make it.
And right now, the weather looks good, according to Greg Solia. We're a high 52, low 38, and we have that time change coming into Sunday with a high 54 expected, partly cloudy.
What was it like being at LSU for fire Brian Kelly chance in the second half, and then he got fired the next day? John Decker tomorrow. Brother Johnny will jump on because they spent time in the governor's suite. We'll get all that tomorrow. Thank you, Diane.
Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J. Have a great Wednesday.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need packing and shipping, we'll be the packing and shipping store.
I could use a little help. I've got 78 orders to ship out.
We're here to help. Our certified packing experts care like you care and can pack and ship just about anything.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our packing and shipping services. Our certified packing experts can handle it all. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
PDR Automotive has now been serving the Champaign-Urbana area for over 50 years. To give you some perspective, 50 years ago ended the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and it was when Secretariat won the Triple Crown. So what does that mean for you and your vehicle? Whether you need a carburetor overhauled or your new vehicle computer system diagnosed or programmed, PDR Automotive has the experienced, knowledgeable staff that can handle all your automotive needs. Online at pdrauto.com, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
For over 70 years, Beck's Country Shop has been Central Illinois' premier furniture store. With over 23,000 square feet of showroom filled with quality brands, you'll be sure to find that perfect piece to fit your home. Beck's offers free delivery and removal of your old items. They even sell off the showroom floor, so you don't have to wait for weeks or months. They pride themselves on hassle-free service and quality furniture at fair prices. Located on Route 45 in Urbana, visit Justin or Lance today at Beck's Country Shop Furniture. Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Veterans Day is not far away, and you know what you can do? You can nominate a veteran for something fantastic. From ABC Heating and Air Conditioning, they are giving away an entire HVAC system that's heating and air conditioning and honoring our veterans this Veterans Day. If you want to nominate somebody for a complete air conditioner and furnace system from ABC, just go to abcheatingandac.com and nominate a deserving veteran as we honor our veterans this Veterans Day. That's abcheatingandac.com. Always a pleasure to talk about Donnie up at Long Branch Steakhouse here in beautiful downtown Gifford. Well, you know what, friends? It's never too early to make your Christmas party reservations at the Long Branch Steakhouse in Gifford. They are taking party reservations for December. Dates are filling up quickly. Don't be left out this year. If you want a fabulous night at the Long Branch for your office party, get it done now. Connect with the Long Branch Steakhouse and book your Christmas party. Long Branch Steakhouse, beautiful downtown Gifford.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider, and gifts. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution, subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC, member FINRA, SIPC. MSTC and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
You're listening to WSJK,
ESPN
ESPN 93.5, Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the